Capy. Capy, are you seeing this? The whole market is down 10%. That's not a dip, that's a cliff. I've already sold everything. Cash. All cash. I'm safe in the bunker, Capy. Why aren't you in the bunker? You should be spiraling, and instead you're just sitting there like moss. Every red candle is a little tombstone, Capy. I read the charts like a war correspondent. And you're doing nothing. How are you not screaming? Everyone's screaming.
It is a Tuesday. The number went down. Capy has seen numbers go down before. Capy remains a capybara. He'll be fine. He has 3 phones and none of them are for calling a person who could calm him down.
You don't understand, Capy. I liquidated my entire portfolio at 9:41 this morning. Sold the index fund, sold the bonds, sold my nephew's college fund, sold a lamp. It's all cash now. Beautiful, terrified cash. Cash can't crash, Capy.
He sold a lamp. For liquidity, in a panic. Capy would like to note, for the historical record, that the lamp did nothing wrong. The lamp was a bystander. And now the lamp belongs to a stranger. Rest in peace, lamp.
Capy, I need you to panic with me. Solidarity. If we both scream, it means less. I have 3 phones and every single one is red. Capy, red, red. And this one's buffering, which is somehow worse. Everyone's calling me. My mom's calling me. My broker blocked me.
He sold a lamp for liquidity and his broker blocked him. Those 2 facts are probably related. Capy is fascinated by nothing, so this is a nice change of pace. Capy will keep watching. Capy has snacks. Capy has time.
Capy? Capy, it's an emergency, and I am your manager. The office is on fire. Metaphorically, the sprinklers would ruin the carpet. I've called an all-hands titled, Right-Sizing Our Exposure in a Down Candle Environment. Attendance is mandatory, Capy, and I've noticed you're not spiraling. That's a red flag.
Gerald called a meeting about the meeting. There is a slide. There is always a slide. The building could be underwater and Gerald would present quarterly projections to the fish. Capy declines the invite. Capy has never once accepted a calendar invite.
Capy, as your manager, I need you to look worried. The team takes cues from me and I take cues from whoever's sweating most, which right now is a tie between me and the coffee machine. Down 10%, Capy. Do you know what down 10% does to a synergy?
Nothing. Down 10% does nothing to a synergy, because a synergy is not a real object. Capy has checked, and Capy looked everywhere. There is no synergy in the building. There is a coffee machine, and it is also panicking.
Capy, everything I built is a smoking crater. I sold at the exact bottom, which, statistically, takes talent. My fund is named after a Greek river, and right now, the river is on fire, Capy. My investors are emailing in all caps. I email back in all caps. It's a caps war.
Percival named his fund after a river and now compares it to a fire. Capy admires the commitment to a losing metaphor. Everyone is being extremely dramatic today. Capy is not. Capy is a fixed point in a spinning room.
Capy, I moved 400 grand into cash the second. The candle turned red, and now the number's going back up without me, which feels like a personal betrayal from the concept of arithmetic itself. I panicked professionally. That should count for something.
He panicked professionally. That is not a real credential. You cannot put panicked at scale on a resume. Well, you can. Capy has seen worse resumes. Capy remains seated. Capy has still not pressed any buttons.
Capy, I sold so fast the confirmation email hasn't caught up to me yet. I clicked sell 40 times. It only works once, but the other 39 felt necessary. I cannot have money sitting still, Capy. A still dollar is a dollar that's mocking me. Tell me it was smart. Tell me.
Baxter clicked sell 40 times. Baxter has not blinked in 4 hours. Capy would tell him it was smart, but Capy does not lie, and Capy is also physically incapable of raising his voice to reassure a squirrel. So, no.
By 10 a.m., the whole building had liquidated. Gerald shredded his own org chart for morale. Percival sold his fund to himself and immediately regretted the fee. Somewhere in the chaos, 3 separate otters bought the exact same paper shredder. Nobody could explain why. The market, meanwhile, quietly stopped falling.
Capy watched 3 otters buy the same shredder, independently, in a panic, to destroy documents they will need on Thursday. Capy did not buy a shredder. Capy did not buy anything. Capy's entire strategy today has been, remain a capybara.
Capy, you're the only one who hasn't moved. We all dumped everything at the bottom and you just sat there like a wet rock, and now the market's recovering and you're up. You're actually UP, Capy. How? What did you do differently from the rest of us professionals?
Capy has a hedge. Capy has had a hedge this entire time. Everyone else pressed the sell button. Capy did not know where the sell button was. Capy still does not. This turned out to be the whole strategy.
He has a hedge. Capy, why didn't you say you had a hedge? I've been down here in the bunker eating a granola bar out of fear, and you had a hedge the whole time. That's professional. That's institutional. That's profit behavior, Capy.
Capy, that is genius. A hedge is a position that offsets your risk. It moves opposite your main bet, so when everything drops, the hedge catches you. You had downside protection this whole time? You beautiful, calm prophet. I want in. Teach me the hedge, Capy. Teach the flock.
A hedge is just insurance for a bet. Something that pays when your main thing loses, so a bad day stays a bad day instead of a funeral. That's it. That's the whole word. Everyone is being extremely dramatic about a fairly boring idea.
Capy, I've drafted a company-wide framework called the Hedge Protocol. 9 slides. There's a mascot. It's a shrub wearing sunglasses. The shrub represents strength, Capy, resilience, downside protection. I renamed the conference room The Hedge. I've never felt more aligned with a vision I invented 40 seconds ago.
Gerald made a mascot of a shrub in sunglasses and named a room after a thing he doesn't understand. Capy notes the shrub is closer to the truth than Gerald knows. Capy will not be telling him. Capy is enjoying this. The market steadied by lunch, and the office responded by turning it into a religion. The conference room, formerly known as Ideation Pod C, became The Hedge. A plaque was ordered. Rush shipping. Nobody asked what a hedge actually was. Capy watched all of this happen from very far away, doing nothing, which by now was clearly working.
Capy, the Order of the Hedge has formed a small congregation by the coffee machine. There are candles, well, phone flashlights, fire code, and someone brought a keyboard. We wrote a hymn, Capy. It has a bridge, and the bridge is about you. It goes, he did not sell, he did not sell.
They wrote a hymn, with a bridge, about Capy. Capy would like to clarify he did not ask for a hymn and cannot carry a tune. This is where a finance channel would tell you to smash subscribe. Do whatever you want.
Capy, be honest with your disciples. What is your hedge? Which instrument? Options? Futures? An inverse fund? A currency swap? Something exotic? I can feel it. Tell us the sacred position, Capy, and I will replicate it across every portfolio I have left, which is currently 0 but spiritually infinite.
It was a shrubbery. Capy has a hedge in the front yard. It is green. It has leaves. A man named Doug trims it every second Sunday. Capy thought hedge your portfolio was gardening advice, so Capy watered a bush.
About the plants. He means the plants. Capy, I'm the guy from the start with the 3 phones, and you're telling me your legendary market hedge is a bush? A literal shrub with leaves and a guy named Doug? What the shell, Capy?
The shell, presumably. The garden variety, yes. Capy pays Doug $30 every second Sunday. Capy did not sell the hedge because you cannot sell a hedge. It grows. That is the difference between Capy and everyone in this building.
So, the mascot is just correct? The shrub was never a metaphor, Capy. I built a 9-slide framework, ordered a rush plaque, and renamed a room after a houseplant. Capy, I need you to tell me this was still visionary. Tell me the shrub means strength. Please.
The shrub means shrub, Gerald. It means a plant is outside Capy's house being green. Capy did not do anything today. That is the part everyone keeps missing. Capy simply did not press the sell button. The button was the entire crisis.
So you didn't do anything? You just didn't sell? And the number came back, and you win by default because you thought hedge your portfolio meant go water the bushes. Capy, I clicked sell 40 times. 40! You clicked nothing and you're the prophet?
Capy hydrated the shrubbery. The portfolio hydrated itself. Capy did not press the sell button because Capy was outside, with a hose, being at peace. Doing nothing is not a strategy Capy recommends. Capy recommends nothing. Capy is not allowed to.
Down 10%, Capy. And now the shrub is a profit. I'm still all cash. The number's up 11, and my broker still won't answer. This is the worst haircut of my life, and I don't even mean the bush. Son of a broker, Capy. I sold a lamp,
He sold a lamp. We have circled all the way back to the lamp. Capy has kept a quiet count, and the lamp remains the single worst decision made in this building today, which is a fiercely competitive category. Rest in peace, lamp. Again. The congregation dissolved within the hour, and Capy watched every candle blink out. The hymn was abandoned mid-bridge. Percival scratched profit off Capy's contact name and quietly restored it to Guy Who Owns a Bush. Gerald cancelled the plaque and ate a restocking fee, which he called, unironically, his only real loss of the day. Capy noted the entire congregation vanishing faster than it formed.
So let me get this straight, Capy. The takeaway of this entire catastrophe is do nothing and own a bush. That's it. That's what I sold a lamp for. The lamp is gone, Capy. The lamp is never coming back. It had a little pull chain. I love that chain.
Capy is not allowed to give you a takeaway. Capy is a capybara in a video, legally forbidden from advice, so here is the only true thing Capy will say. A hedge offsets your risk, or it is a plant. Marlowe confused the two.
And bought a hedge fund's worth of nothing while a rodent watered a bush and beat every professional in this building. Capy, promise me one thing. Next crash, you call me before you touch that hose. I want front row seats to the prophecy.
Marlowe confused a plant with a hedge and sold a lamp about it. The market recovered by dinner. Everyone learned something. Capy learned nothing. Capy already knew. Capy is unmoved. Capy needs to go water something. It's a Sunday. Doug is late.